Hey there, I'm the Moon Mama. How are y'all doing? It is afternoon. I've been delayed today. I'm going to be traveling and working in Tucson, and so it's sort of my first time doing this, and so I have a little nervousness or something about it. I don't know, not nervousness, like thoughtfulness, considerations about going and being of service and bringing the work that I do to other people. So today the moon is in Capricorn, and today is Thursday, and Thursday is Jupiter's day, and Jupiter is the planet that governs our expansiveness, our ability to expand, our enthusiasm, our adventurous spirits, like just the desire to be more and to, like I said, to be expansive. Um, Jupiter is also like the high mind of God, so it also governs our intuition. It's like the benevolent forces of the universe. And Jupiter brings luck and blessings, and Thursday's the day that governs Jupiter, or Jupiter governs Thursday. And so Jupiter is also in Capricorn. And so where we are, I mentioned yesterday, if you checked out yesterday's video, that we are at the moon, at the place where we had the eclipse and the new moon. So we truly are planting new structures. We are bringing ourselves into a new way of being. And I'm looking at it for me through my relationships with men, because Capricorn also governs, the 10th house governs our father. Capricorn governs the father. And so that has been the structure that I am working with inside of me, and what that has meant for me in my life, as just looking at the structure that I got from my life, from my father. Like I've talked about, I've had a father, my father was a pimp. He was a drug dealer. He was angry. He was charismatic. He was funny. He was short. He was like 5'5". He had a big mouth. He was full of despair and desperation. Like his energy was a bit like a caged animal trying to get out. And so we were born on the same day. So who he was structurally is what my psyche stepped into in this life. I literally came here, and I look like him. I look when I look back at these videos sometimes, which I never do, I always go, Lord have mercy, I look like my father. Like I look like a man. And I don't mean that in an insulting way. I just look like my father. Anyway, so the structures that I got from my father, from the meaning that I made up in my life from my father, and the genetics and the experience and all of that, is what has formulated my relationships with men. And so I have felt that men have been, my definition was that they were unreliable, and that I could not trust them to show up and be somebody that I could depend upon, or somebody that I could, rest assured that things are going to be well, or someone that I could, put my own guard down because I know this person has got it. That has been my structure around the masculine. And so I have been working to heal that for many years. And now I'm beginning to see, even today, my relationships with men have completely transformed. Like I created a mantra about 12 years ago where I said, started telling myself, I'm sorry when I talk so fast sometimes, my engine just goes and I start to flip over my tongue. But I started telling myself that every man in my life, it is his pleasure to make sure that I am happy, that I'm safe, and that I am well, and that I have everything that I need. And I just live with that mantra. And now, as I continue to do my internal work and take responsibility for my projections, and realize that I have been projecting onto all the men in my life, romantically, emotionally, relationships with, cousins and uncles and things like that, I have been projecting onto them my belief that I held from my father, that they're going to be untrustworthy, that they don't show up, and that I'm not going to be able to rest in assurance that they are going to be available. So now that I've been taking responsibility for those projections, what I'm starting to experience is this absolute different relationship with men, men who are available, men who keep their word, men who have integrity, men who are creative, men who are open-hearted, and all of that. And it is just like I literally have flipped the script, and the evidence of it is almost breathtaking. Like because I was so programmed not to believe that I could trust men, now that I'm having this incredible experience where they are so trustworthy, I am like, okay, what else do I want to do with my energy? So since I don't have to worry about it anymore, since I'm not creating the fight, right? And so what goes on inside is the thing that we then experience on the outside of our lives. And so that's the main thing to understand here. For me, it's showing up with men. It could be showing up with money. It could be showing up, with your health. It could be showing up with your work. It could be showing up in, all sorts of ways, in your identity. But for me, it's showing up with men and how I have been functioning in my masculine energy. And so what do you need to create a new structure around? That is what's available right now. And the sun is in Aquarius. And so the energy of the sun in Aquarius is about infinite possibilities. It's like this can go anywhere. Like if you can, allow yourself to have a new thought about it, allow yourself to believe that you can do this differently. I know I talk to clients all the time who just have like I would say a burned in idea that just because something has been this way all the time, it's going to continue to always be that way. And that's not true. You can have a new relationship with your mother. You can have a different type of relationship with your body. You can find the work that really does appeal to your heart. You can write the book that you really want to write and have success. There are pathways. There is a solution for everything. And if you give yourself the opportunity to get clear about where you are right now? Like, so for instance, for me, I have been really working in the last several years to transform my relationship with men, to transform my relationship with my belief around who men are, because I knew that in doing so, that would change everything. It would change my sexual relationships. It would change my relationship with my son. It would change my relationship to myself. I would feel better. It would change my relationship to the environment, right? And the more we can take responsibility for what we're thinking and what we're feeling and ask the deeper questions, it changes everything. I know that I have seen, working with my clients, I don't like to share too much about my clients because they have privacy, but I have seen people look at early childhood experiences intimately, whether it be child molestation, the death of a grandparent, the birth of a sibling. There are all sorts of things that could happen that impact the way you think about yourself at such a deep level that you don't even know that you're doing it. And that thought pattern is living inside of you, and it is keeping you from the thing that you really want more than anything else. It's like, I remember one time I realized that I was sort of compelled towards suffering, that suffering was something I didn't even know how to stop doing. And when I started understanding my chart and that I have Pluto conjunct the sun and Jupiter in the 6th house in Virgo, I was like, oh, that's it. Like, I need deep work to do. Like, I sort of need heavy lifting in order to feel valuable. Like, I need things to be, that I need to have to figure it out. I need to have to put all my energy and attention in it. And if I don't have something that is fulfilling that, I'll create it. I'll create all sorts of stuff. So it's so important for you to get to know yourself and for us to understand, because this is the time for us to transform. As there's so much chaos going on in our world, chaos is the sign for new life. So I'm telling you, it's time to do the work, and I would love to support you and all of that. Okay, peace and blessings. Have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.